Well, at the very least, the Ottomans secured this province here. Oh, you need to enlighten our people because they're not 100% on this welfare.
Welfare has seen better days. However, we still stand fairly strong.
Oh, good. So, welcome to the show. I'm sure you all know the letter Z here.
Yay, it's me.
Yeah, and here's beautiful Scandinavia.
What? No?
Oh man, I think the AI decided that
that's bullshit. They can't do that.
we put in options for that. Maybe we should have shown you.
I have an option, but they shouldn't do it without my consent. I don't want to be Scandinavian. Oh, I guess I'll just rename myself.
Yeah, just rename everything. At least they kept it as Södermalm.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would be upset with how you allocate your time if you had programmed the AI to rename provinces.
If Södermalm replaced with anything, literally anything.
No, please.
Rename with Skanstull.
But yeah, Johan came. We gave him a run for his money for a while.
I saw that, and I was pretty impressed with what you did, because he was landing with some really strong units.
Oh, yeah.
And you...
Yeah, I've learned my lessons from previous MPs, so the moment it started and I got kind of kicked in the face, initially I just took a shit ton of loans. I already had a big pile of cash, and I just built numbers.
Yeah, because there wasn't much you could do against the Prussians coming up. The Prussians would just shoot you dead. But you saw your opportunity to take out the British, and you took it.
Yeah.
So.
I thought we could hold on. I think if the Burgundians had stayed on top with us, I think we could have still held it for a bit.
Not sure what the Burgundians were doing. It's like, we'll join in, and then they just
die.
I
mean, they sort of had their own war going on down there, which was part of my war, but with the condottieri.
Yeah, but no, hey, you held out pretty well, and that is why they only managed to take Visby. And I mean, who cares about Visby?
I want to ponder the idea that if I had not fought back well, I would probably have lost more than just Gotland, even though Gotland is a great, great loss.
It's just the goodness, man. But yeah, I mean, you held strong, and I think the British will be thinking twice before attacking you again.
I mean...
I gotta say, credit where credit is due. The start of this game for the letter Z was not the best of times, okay?
They never are. I haven't done well in the start of any of our campaigns, but I always bounce back.
You never threw the towel in.
Oh, no,
You knew that your welfare check would be waiting for you.
I had one goal. Like, if I was not going to continue Sweden, I would probably have dropped out, which I didn't want to because I really enjoyed this thing.
You crushed the Danes. You assisted the rebels to bring back and nurture your own country. And not only that, you slapped down northern Germany. So you build up a fair bit of power there.
I mean, I guess the big bad wolf of, all of Europe snagged most of that back. But I like to...
You had your moment. I mean, Swedish Pomerania is still a thing.
I mean, I like to not think of myself as sneaky, but more like opportunistic. I'm like, oh, the world is burning around me. But these little peaceful places, I can bring to them the welfare that they deserve.
And you bring welfare to...
I was thinking about taking Sami for the longest time because they stopped being... Oh, well, are they still under...
No, they're not a subject anymore.
No, I know. And I saw that, like, I think it was a few sessions ago, but I was like, oh, fuck it, Sami has been independent up there for so long. Let them keep that.
Yeah.
I'm not in the business of... ruining people. I just want to enlighten the world with a more peaceful and, civil way.
Okay, I hope that explanation suffices for those out there that were wondering what could it be? What is this strange man, and why does he insist on welfare?
Yeah, welfare. It's a lifestyle. It's not a word. Well, it's also a word, but most of all, it is a lifestyle.
It's a way of life
that I abide by.
So we've had quite a few discussions with the fans about who deserves to win. Today it's less about who do you think will win, but who deserves to win. You can't say yourself here. I mean,
oh no, I mean I wouldn't. For one, I'm a very humble young man.
Swedes are known for that.
I simply reap my field and get what I deserve. But it's hard. I'm leaning.
There's actually the ratings for who deserves to win.
Oh yeah. I must say I tend to agree. Like, me and Iki did not have the strongest start of our friendship. There
was war.
There was war, but I mean, I don't hate him now, even though it didn't help me against England, because I guess they're buddies now also.
No, but I mean, he did peacefully allow you to take all this, no questions asked.
That was very nice. because we were very anti one another for like the first 5 sessions or so, and then when I realized, okay, Muscovy is dead, my friendship is not. I need someone, and he did reach out a reasonable and quite generous hand, and we made amends for our horrible past.
That's pretty good, because the community sees him as quite the aggressive player, but he does conduct some reasonable diplomacy.
Yeah, I mean, the problem in the beginning was that the diplomacy was not exactly reasonable, you know. But he's come around. I guess he's gotten told what he could have done better in order to tie bonds.
Perhaps. It's difficult to argue with this as a result, though.
Oh, no, sure.
He's done well for
I mean,
himself.
he's an excellent player, but I gotta agree that I must say that having watched everything from the close sidelines, even though I have not been friendly with Austria, I reached out my hand when they were in a very bad place, and when I was in a really bad place and they spat on it. Then they came crawling back the next session when they were in a really bad place, and I licked up the spit from my hand and spit it right back. But yeah, so I mean, we've never had anything near an alliance or anything, but I gotta say I am thoroughly impressed with how someone can climb out of such a dark place.
Yeah, because you've seen more multiplayers than most. And when you are abused that regularly by so many, it's impressive to stay the course.
I mean, as I've heard you say yourself on stream, that would not have worked unless he was a top-tier player of this game. It's very impressive.
Yeah, anybody that fought him had to fight tooth and nail to get any purchase into Austria. And, you know, it shows, because most people think that Starnan, a.k.a. Austria, now known as Prussia, deserves to win.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to call anything. I just hope I can continue my prosperous journey towards spreading Welfare.
I wish you the best of luck with that.
Thank you
I
very
also
much.
hear you have a mountain of work to do.
I rather do.
I refuse to believe it, but...
I'm not going to name any names, but it's a pretty cool game. It's getting streamed all over now.
Oh, ooh. Yeah.
So, I mean, don't leave this stream, because this is really, really fucking cool. But when this stream is done, you have solid entertainment for the rest of your evening. All y'all.
Absolutely. Oh, well, always a pleasure.
Same to you, Jake.
Cheers. And may the welfare be with you.
May the welfare flow through you all. And believe in me. That's how I do things.
And there goes letter Z, our Sweden, now strangely enough Scandinavia player. That's something worth... I wonder if I can actually open it up without pausing the entire game for everyone. There we go. We've added quite a few new AI settings here as well, which does include not taking decisions, which would prevent such things as Scandinavia, as you see up there. And other things you might see in this game are the Ottomans getting squeezed out of every pocket land they have. The Commonwealth forces managed to break through a lot of their forts here, and now they can pour through these areas that did not have the defensive forts, and that leads to huge occupation of the Ottomans here. They're still getting their peace offers sent in, and our people expect us to take this deal. So if the Ottomans do decline it, they're going to take the stability hits, and the Ottomans do not have the admin points to be taking these all the time. You couldn't even gank Ottomans, just the two of you. Had to bring in Spain too. Such cowards. Fighting 2-on-2. Regret asking Spain not to help me in the war.
To be fair, I have to say that both Grugi and Wiz have been the better propaganda machines.
Oh
so
yeah,
far.
yeah. I mean, their radios tell the truth, and nothing but the truth, on the hour, every hour.
That's what I've heard.
When you guys decided to triple up the gank, I saw how cowardly you were being. It's funny when the shoe is on the other foot. 3-on-2 when Austria, they had 3-on-1, they smacked them down, so they came back with 5-on-1. Now they're Prussia, and when they want to exert their forces on the world looks back in disgust. It's... Art imitates life. And now we have the salt, the salt brigade in the chat coming in. So much salt, and Yaniel is not even there. And they're still enjoying all their Copto bonuses, though. Who is calling us out here, saying it was 3-on-1. I wasn't even allied to the Ottomans. No. Well, that was swiftly changed. And the Ottomans also allied with France, but France not engaging in all of this. I joined after the war started. The Mughals still sitting back, though. The Mughals lost quite a bit of the land to Ming, but I don't think they'll be coming back for that. Ming in such an impressive state at the moment, but I wonder if they'll be gunning for their victory cards so they could end up top-notch. Don't know if that's going to happen, because score-wise, well, again, if we just get the full picture here, Ming is top position, and they have almost the best income of score. Ethiopia, strangely enough, is #1 when it comes to score. Admin, Diplo, Military, 332, that puts them in a very strong position, with Ming and Malwa close after. Prussia's score accumulation per month is actually very low. Yeah, it comes down to it, though. Those victory cards could make one hell of a difference. It's what puts Great Britain at not the top, and it's what puts... Actually, loads of people are void of their victory cards. If anything, Malwa doing the best here. They've got 3. If they got their 4th one, Malwa would actually be on top for victory cards here. So it looks like once more into the breach, the Ethiopian mega stack is going off to fight. It's dry lands, no explicit bonus here for the Prussians. I want to watch this battle, but I need to see it from the Prussian point of view, because the Prus have not enabled their policies. They're still confident they can keep going without them. When it comes down to it, that's a lot of losses for the Prussians to see. A lot more than they want to, given that they are outnumbered here. When they're losing 4,000 a pop, that's a lot of Prussians to be dying at any one exchange. They're bringing in their own numbers, but can they hold out in all of this? They cannot. They were sent packing. So huge congratulations to Ethiopia and Ottomans managing to push back the overwhelming forces of Commonwealth and Prussia. Not only that, but side by side with the rebels, they're trying to take this land back. I'm surprised it came to that. They're going to want to keep that capital since it amounts for quite a bit of war score. Are they still stab hitting, though, I wonder? Because the Ottomans, they're at 0 stability. They still have admin power. And it's not very expensive for them to stab up. War exhaustion through the roof, of course. The comeback begins. Yes, province by province. Can they spread out and take it all back? The troubling thing for Prussia and the Commonwealth is that they are very much open to attack. If the British decided that now is the time for Prussia to go down, and they very much could, there's no alliance, there's no truce getting in the way here. It could be a dark hour for Prussia. Similarly, the Mughals, they turned their back on the Ottomans, even rivaled them, to their great shame. Perhaps they'll be lapdog once again. The Commonwealth getting caught out. Their troops are dying. The capital is back in their hands, but can the stab hits keep coming in? It'll take a few months for them to force their peace through on the Ottomans. They're going to need to keep sending those stab hits. But if they do, that'll be victory for them. They've managed to... Oh, they haven't even gotten all their ticking war score. But we are only 15 minutes away from the end of this. And as we say and say often, if If you leave the game going between sessions when there's still a war going on, that's very risky. Very, very risky. Because it leaves you with a whole week to plot against the others. Well, at the very least, the Ottoman treasury is deep. I wonder if they're being filled by Portuguese traders. That's something we can actually check, can't we, though? Has there been any sent gift? Yes. Portugal have sent the Ottomans hefty gifts. We can tell because they have a plus 25 opinion because of this. But these peace deals keep coming in. The Ottomans will not be able to reject more than perhaps 2 more of these. They need 82 admin point. They're going to be able to do 1 more. But if the Commonwealth-Prussian alliance send in just 3 more, then it's done. It is done. They managed to force through their peace. The Commonwealth have managed to secure their victory card. They just need to core it all up. And then the Hudevandigar victory card of 2,000 points will be theirs. Not only that, but the Ottomans are forced out of the great powers of the world. Sad state of affairs for them. Then again, Prussia isn't that high on the list. Commonwealth themselves not too great on it either. All the holy sites are still in their control, so the Ottomans in Ethiopia will still be enjoying the full benefits of that. But this just shows that fighting the Ottomans and Ethiopia together, they can bite back. And if they had the Mughals on their side as well, the Mughals who are at military tech 26, things could have been a bit different. We need to see if the Mughals will rejoin the Ottomans on their side. Meantime, though, the Ottomans have plenty of rebels and other issues to deal with, whilst the Prussian Commonwealth enjoy what they have, and internal conflicts is a looming for the Ottomans. We have a lot of pressing F4 respect coming in the chat, because I know Grugi has a lot of popular support out there, and truly, if you do have love for the Grugi, I want you to post it in the chat. Just post "We love you, Grugi," and then we'll be able to see that he does indeed have support, even whilst there are these that come to end him. His manpower is suffering here. GG the Grug. See, I like that one. I like how somebody, instead of saying "We love you, Grugi," just posts 4%. There's no better sign of love than that. And the Padishah, benevolent emperor that he is, sends the love right back. Not to you, Powman, who says "Remove Ottomans." This is not your time. At least I'm not a swine like Poles and German dogs. The propaganda that you get from the Ottoman and Ethiopian side is superior, I'll give them that. This has drained Commonwealth, perhaps not so much drained Prussia though. Prussia is not on the receiving end of any subsidies as far as I can tell, and neither is the Commonwealth. Neither of them has struck lucrative trade deals with Portugal, who give money to Great Britain, Spain, Morocco, Ethiopia, Songhai, Ming, Mughals, Malwa, and Pasai. Oh, there's just no break in the Prussian routine of war. They saw that Nassau had one hell of a ruler, and they had to come crashing down. Crunch. See, Prussia is jealous. Their generals, okay, they're getting up there now, but generally the generals for Prussia have been a bit poor. That's why they've always kept Burgundy around, since Burgundy could really supply the decent generals. Burgundy still wants Arras, aka not English, back in their control. There's been so much tenacity in this game, and I do love it. Burgundy holding on despite all odds. The Ottomans, even though they got trashed now in 2 wars, they're not giving it up. They're fighting back and fighting hard. They even took back some of Albania. Not all of it, though. Well, they still have the better part of Albania. We have any viewers in from Avlonia? Make yourself known. What happened to Theodoro? Theodoro got destroyed. And we now have Kaffa there, allied with the Ottomans. Kaffa? The steppe nomad of Kaffa has popped out of Kaffa. If I had to make a guess, there was... let's see. Ah, of course, they got the steppe land here, so there well could have been some Cossack revolters there. And I did not cheat looking at the chat there. I initially thought that it was a custom nation, so I was like, surely there would be a client state, rather. Surely somebody would have had them as a subject, but no. They popped out and they immediately allied with the Ottomans. Poor Theodoro got destroyed so hard there. Make Crimea Theodoro again. Well, Theodore still have their cores there. And Theodore is still a subject of the Ottomans, so I don't know why Ottomans decided to ally them and marry them when they could have just had them conquered. Well, that is neither here nor there. That is up to them. They can make their own foreign policy, but they need to repair their nation quite a lot. I wonder what the Mughals will be getting up to. The Mughals have seen the light of the Celestial Empire, and it shines too brightly for them. They decided an alliance is in their interest here. Allied with Ming, allied with Malwa, rival to the Ottomans, and oddly enough, Pasai. I don't know what Pasai did to earn such vindication against them, but they do have Portugal on their side. And nobody wants to mess with the Portuguese. They speak in money, and money talks. So much money, though. Sorry, I'm kind of drooling here. So much money. It's heartwarming, really. So Prussia's at war. They're just gobbling up land around them. Seems that Great Britain is doing much the same. They get a lot of their great power from having so many large and powerful colonies over there. And then we have Nivum grasping at any amount of power that they can. What are the victory cards for Prussia? Says. Well, too fast. They disappeared before I could see them. Well, they got it on Savoy, and they've got it on the Genoa region. Yeah, that's probably the Genoa area. That means they need to go to war with France for all this stuff. France is allied with the Ottomans and with Ethiopia. So it would be a harder war than what they just fought. Then again, they have just torn a whole lot of heartland out of the Ottomans. And that means that they could actually stand to be on the defensive here. In fact, they could just hire out that Spanish navy again, park it here, and watch as the Ottomans go nowhere. Something happened there, though. I'm pretty sure. I was pretty sure. Did the Commonwealth just give that over to Moldavia? I couldn't tell. But then I am half blind, so what do I know? The French-British alliance is over. It was over before it even began. The British see the Commonwealth and Spain as good allies. I can't see Commonwealth and Prussia deciding to stab each other, since it would end in mutual destruction as everybody comes to feast on their corpses. But stranger things have happened. Otherwise, just Burgundy and Prussia enjoying their little snacks there. Nobody is going to be starting a player war with only 7 minutes left on the clock. So it might as well remind our people that have joined in during this, we are playing on the 1.19 Denmark patch. This means we got map changes, we got new features galore, features, bug fixes, and huge change to the zone of control operations for forts. So forts now work on an area basis, and forts have been halved in price. I know we have had a lot of feedback saying forts are so expensive, I'm just going to raise them whenever I have them because I don't want to spend it. Well, we decided nope, they're going to be half the price that they were before, so one of the forts that you get at the start of the game is only going to cost 0.5 ducats in maintenance, and you can use them to block off entire areas of your glorious empire. We'll admire the map changes for just a wee bit more because we don't have much time left on the clock. I'm also being told to look at the HRE. Oh man. This is going to go to his head. This is going to go to Burgundy's head. He is now the emperor. Well, still admiring those map changes. We have Dithmarschen. They won't really appear in this because this is an old save game, but we would have the Peasants' Republic right here. What could it all mean, though? You'll have to see when 1.19 hits the shelves, so to speak. New provinces, boosted development for Denmark, for Norway, even Sweden. Even Sweden gets a bit of a shake about here. And some breakup. There was a huge, ugly province here. It is now split accordingly. And some impassable terrain added here and there. We have it with coloured mode on because it's surrounded by Scandinavian land. The Vel de Fer. The Scandies as well. And map changes here and there. We've added in the Pyrenees. We've got the Coxes. When will 1.19 be out? Well, I think you have to vote on Johan's Twitter to find out on that one. People are asking for culture map modes, certainly. That's one big German culture, I must say. Yeah, that's plenty of Prussian. But you'll notice that the Saxons have spread quite a lot in that regard. Got the French, the English have all appeared in the Highlands. They, the less said about that, the better, I think. Otherwise, I don't think there have been terribly many changes culturally around here. Chinese still that amazing culture that it is. If you want to join any culture, join the Chinese one. This I find quite funny though. During an earlier fallout between Commonwealth and Prussia, Commonwealth said, "I just want my culture group back." And Prussia responded to that by wiping out the Czechs. There are so few of them left. Yeah, they all speak German over in Prague now. Czech, show us total losses for now. We've got a few minutes, so we might as well. If we hop over to the military for army losses. Who has lost the most? Well, Kaffa, Algarve, Santa's Holiday Hom, and the Madagascan Trade CI are probably the top ones. They're the best players in the game since they haven't lost anyone. The clearly worst players in the game, since they have lost so many, would be the Commonwealth. They've sent over 4 million to their doom, almost half of them to attrition. The Ottomans sending 3.3 and Prussia sending another 3.3 to their doom. Ming have managed to kill off quite a few, and then we go Ethiopia, Mughals. I think a lot of them came from that that war that we just had. A huge war, large scale, and it looks like Ethiopia is gearing up to be able to do this again. We're also pausing. Whew. Probably meaning that we're going to be calling it there. I just want to double check. Well, he says end this year and next year. What's it going to be? Well, if we've been paused for this long, I'm going to assume it is, and it is going to be called there. Which means we'll be having our devs come on down. That should be pretty nice for us. They can tell us what they thought about the war, who they are supporting. But in the meantime, why don't we show off some things? Why don't we assume we're Commonwealth and show off some new UI stuff? You can now see the unity effect of the religions. So you know, where do I want to convert first? So Saratov is pretty important because its unity effect is higher than most. Yeah. Why don't we show off a little bit more? There used to be a button here that said next song. Now it brings out this little thing here, our music player. Now we actually play our music from Anders over there, so we don't need to faff around with this, but you can now choose which songs do you want to hear, which songs do you never want to hear, which songs do you only want to hear. Adjust your music and play accordingly. Maybe you want to keep the music player up there for all time. Maybe the music is what you play the game for. But no, we've added some new music controls for you. You can just leave them there if you want. The choice is yours. Some 1.19 features. Remember, 1.19 is a free patch. Doesn't matter if you've bought all our expansions or just one or absolutely none. If you've been, if you bought the game just once 3 years ago and are still enjoying a free update, 1.19 completely free, and these features will be for you when it gets released. So you can look forward to this, and that's always part of our policy here in Paradox, because we want you to enjoy a free patch along with the goodies in our paid expansions. Welcome. I don't know why you're giving me that look.
No, not you.
It must be like you saw how good I felt there, didn't
I'm
you?
gonna sit back here so I can just so I know who's in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Impressive, I gotta say,
Yeah.
especially the fight back in Syria.
Yeah. They forgot to send stab hits for a while. The second they lost, click 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 click. Oh, that was nice.
It was really good to watch. That was
Yeah.
some impressive stuff. There. You had some good fort borders over in the Caucasus, so they had
Yes.
to push through quite a lot there.
Yeah, and I wiped a few Prussian stacks. It's gonna be interesting when I finally finish economics and quality, which will happen before next war.
Yeah. That was good though, because they poured in. You could see him strutting around like a 40 stack. He's like,
Yeah.
he can't touch me, and you just kept sending units
Yeah.
until he was wiped. Ah, speak of the devil.
Should I sit here again?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you won, so you should sit in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Can we take a little look at Sevilla, because that's the biggest fucking trade node I've ever seen.
Yeah,
my
in
life.
fact, we've had
Look
some-
at the amount of money. Just tooltip his. Go into Sevilla trade node. Click on the trade node there. Check on the amount of green that he's getting on that one.
Holy smokes! So
he's getting 800 from it.
Yeah.
Take a look at who's getting a nice chunk there.
Yes, I can assure you, you're not going to get that.
Because you didn't upgrade your subsidies.
Why should I? You're not giving me anything.
Oh.
You have cities in my.
Yes, but those are mostly feeding you.
Not enough.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
then you should
your
build
problem.
up your land.
Okay. So
Okay.
I'm just
the
curious.
bargaining is going on here.
Yeah, so just build big ships. It's fine.
I am already.
How much money did the Ottomans and Wis get? Because it felt like
I think
they had
that's up to
endless
them
income.
to say, but there was a
I
lot,
think
a lot
50,
flowing in.
60,000.
Okay.
Did you say
I
Yes.
saw 10,000.
He said 50. Or
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Maybe I'll. Yeah.
No, it was less than 50,000, maybe
Okay.
20,000.
And then my
I did send you a significant amount because I sent you several ways.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
why didn't we take all the money in the peace?
Because then you couldn't stab it, I'm pretty sure, because that's too much war score.
Yeah, because you fought back and got some war score. So
Yes.
I
The,
noticed
the
that
rebels fought back and got some worse.
the rebels
Well,
took the capital.
the rebels weren't the ones running over the
No, but-
Anatolian mountains.
But when we peaced out, I actually brought rest of my 130k. And I enacted one of my policies.
I noticed you were holding out on policies. So
Yeah.
I don't need these.
But now I've been taking, so next time I can actually recruit
Why didn't you
nice
guys
generals.
have-
I didn't
pick
have a single
26.
policy.
Hmm?
I didn't have a single policy. I don't have them yet,
Yeah.
because I was focusing on other stuff.
No, I really wanted my ideas for generals that I got now. So now I can recruit some nice generals as
yeah,
well.
yeah, you finally got a general that wasn't awful. I
how
saw.
many mercenaries can you?
Oh,
Not bad.
Yeah,
I mean, Burgundy can. Do
Oh,
better.
that is what I
Yeah.
get on every single
but-
general
yeah.
I generate.
Yeah, but look at his look at mine siege and his trait. What I like about him is my trait.
Oh yeah. So what you got? Oh, he's a master of arms.
Yeah, but this was before
To
I
go
actually,
with this.
Yeah, this was before I
Insane.
took my last idea to get better generals.
Hmm.
So he was recruited beforehand.
Question.
But this was a fun war. But they had endless amount of money. We did not, and we had units running around everywhere and just like.
You're like the only countries that don't get Portuguese subsidies
Yeah, I
in the
know.
world.
Yeah, I mean the point where I told Wiz we're falling back to Egypt because then we only have one front to focus on,
Uh-huh.
and we could win by that.
But
But
most
yeah.
your lands would be sieged down
Yeah, so I had 10k in the bank. Why would I care?
if they were able to stab hit you out.
Yeah, but we couldn't win if we were dividing our attention between the Caucasus and
Yeah.
and the West Front.
I reckon the Ottomans could have won if you'd had military tech 26.
I had 26 at the start of the session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was
Prussia-
fun.
Prussia had
One
26.
mercenary stack just playing havoc with the Swedish armies and chasing Burgundians.
I mean, I fought the last war, I think 3 techs behind, and I fought this war 2 techs behind.
Why not? So why did things deteriorate between you and the Mughals?
But between me and Mughals?
Yeah.
Well,
they could have helped you out there. They're on tech.
well, yeah, but if I call him in, Ming is gonna join immediately.
So
right now
they've come to an agreement now. So Mughals gave
They're
Ming
actually
back.
allied to each other.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mughals gave back Ming the land that they graciously stole from them.
then I can talk with Mughals.
Yeah.
Because Ming is winning the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do we think Mughals would disappear without a war? Because he's giving provinces to everyone.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's like-
what
he's
can I
like-
give you?
Sorry, Portugal. I was just trolling and sending them like 10 minutes before the end of the session,
I
just,
did
just to
notice
show,
that.
just to show on the streamer.
Sure.
Because I'm not gonna.
Well,
I
not
would.
that- what?
I would. I'd take it all.
we'll see what happens next session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, next session France will be back.
Yeah, and
uh,
he didn't have Keep Alliances on.
But he had fast peace on.
oh, so you did
I mean,
fight
that's
to
why
increase
we
them?
Yeah,
invite
yeah,
Spain and Burgundy
they
in the
just
first
white
place.
them.
We invited Spain and Burgundy to this war because of France was allied, because he allied AI France.
Didn't you try to say publicly in the game that you didn't intend to invite Spain?
No, I said I regret not inviting him.
You did invite him.
I regret not letting him fight for me, because I told him it's more fun if we fight this 2-on-2. So don't help me in Greece.
But he did help you in Greece.
No.
He
Yes,
did-
he had 100k in Spain in Greece. Are you blind?
Did you ever fight them?
Yes, I
No,
did.
he was only Serbia.
I saw nothing.
I saw his fleet though. That was really helpful. That
Yeah.
was nice. But it was weird when his fleet came back and my armies was in Biga. I couldn't go over to Adina anyways. That was weird.
Did you control?
Yes.
Yeah, I think these are both controlled.
No, I didn't control it, but it was friendly. Adina was friendly and Biga was hostile, so I should be able to move back here.
But wasn't maybe the boats?
No,
okay.
yeah, they got killed by Spain's fleet. So.
Oh, well, check that
well.
out upstairs.
It's funny when wars do not end up as planned.
No, that didn't go as smoothly as planned, though, did it?
No, but it was more fun.
Did you anticipate Wiz joining in with Ethiopia?
Yes.
Yeah, because he fought better than the Turks.
Yes, he fought the war. Or he and Portugal fought the war.
Yeah, Portugal.
I fought nothing.
Yeah.
You ever play Final Fantasy, Jesper? You know the attack throw gill?
Yes.
That's like what you were using. It's like throw money at the enemy.
But I mean, if France joins on the Ottoman Ethiopian side next session, it's going to be a very
That's gonna
it'll
be
be a
super one-sided.
bloodbath.
Yeah. No, if Portugal stay on their side, it will be super one-sided.
Oh, well, you know, Portugal is clearly open to lucrative trade ideas. You know, you just have to bring something to the table.
Well, I don't care about balance in Europe anymore. I just care about burning PLC.
I'm pretty sure that I did mention.
Prussia, I don't care. You can
General
keep
Curie
your Albanian shit provinces.
Wow.
Hey, you've still got the...
Yeah, I still got the important one.
Yeah. A lot more important. It's like 3 development.
Yeah,
three
I was
development,
supposed to get.
21
I was supposed to get all the way down to Athens.
Yeah.
Is Theodora independent?
Yeah.
Theodora is still a subject of Ottomans, despite the arrangement.
But we could have a one-on-one between Commonwealth and Ottomans, maybe, if they want to.
No. What are you? Do you imagine that sphere now? What are you even thinking with?
There's no such thing as fair in EU.
No.
I'm just proposing things, you know. You can't say
Commonwealth needs the Black Sea.
I proposed.
Was Ethiopia versus you, it would probably be fair.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had ungodly amounts of morale. It was just and good troops. I was surprised. They're just some African nation somewhere.
I will sell all my provinces in exchange for help from Spain and England, just to burn Commonwealth.
Well, I have made similar proposals to burning England against.
Yeah, but
every
nobody
country.
cares about you because you have no power.
Well, I still have like
you won't be
500
saying that when
now.
London falls.
Yeah, that's the idea.
I've been told it's going to happen anytime soon.
I'm not saying that that Prussian armies are. What's the Prussian pet nation? I can't remember the name. They can defeat my armies. They will. 7 times out of 10 they will win the battles.
But
It's just that, and I'm not saying they can't siege down London because it's just a level 8 fort. I'm just saying that they can't get there by sea.
yeah. I really enjoyed our proxy war where me and Burgundy rented out Conoteri to Sweden and like 30k killed 90.
And you stack wipe 2 my stacks that were standing still in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So I basically evacuated all my armies back to Britain, put up 100 heavy ships just patrolling there in case someone sneaked attack, and then raised 70k mercs that they sieged down like Gotland and everything he couldn't protect.
But I did kill one of your armies in Norway as well.
Yeah, it was.
I will answer.
Yeah.
Okay,
mercenary.
click my nation and government tab.
Yeah, I've become the
Oh
emperor
yeah,
now.
yeah, government.
Yeah.
You have to go to
And
Prussia.
now I'm an empire. I could not become that while I was.
You can if you're
elector.
emperor.
No,
Oh, wait,
no,
no,
I
it's
could
okay.
not.
No.
Because I was elector and emperor. So
Uh,
I had to leave that.
Okay.
And yeah.
But
can
hey,
have revoked
you know,
it.
Worth it?
Burgundy is truly the strongest now.
Yeah.
I have never been this strong, for sure.
You know what's going to happen if you end up in a war and Prussia's busy on the other front?
Well,
It will be called dismantle the HRE.
I know.
but we are fine with that.
I'm fine with that. I only care about taking London and not English. Those are the only things I care about.
I've been given some horrible name. Aras.
Aras. I mean,
Aras.
I'm not saying that the Prussian army will not siege down Aras.
Why are you bringing me into this? I have done nothing.
Because
I'm just
usually it's like we're not saying that the glorious Theodora army or the glorious 13 colonies armies. We call them like Ottoman armies or British armies. Subject states are not referred to as anything else than the master.
Who should we not announce? France or Great Britain? Because you two are also like this. One of you are the vassal of the
Something has got to give
France.
here, because everybody in this region has victory cards on each other. So
Well, except me and France have on
Who are-
Great Britain.
Yeah, but are you seriously gonna think that you both get? Yeah.
No, I don't care about my victory cards. I just care about taking London.
taking one.
And not English though. But I don't want to take it myself. I want someone else to take it, but not England. And not France.
Oh, you've still got Astrakhan and Syria. Okay, but this is soon going to be all yours. But I reckon you're going to get your next one on Prussia there, Commonwealth.
Could be, yeah.
So
That's gonna
clash.
be
But I'm pretty guaranteed to get mine on either Thrace or Hudvengar. Because it's provinces that used to belong to me.
Yeah.
My culture and everything.
Yeah.
And it's my rival.
People are saying Germany. I've been thinking about it. That was my initial reason to attack.
And then
Scandinavia.
exploit the bug.
No, I'm not exploiting any bug. Just thinking about forming Germany. But
Yeah.
I'm losing a lot of good events.
And also you will exploit the victory cards.
No, yeah, I won't do that. Like, I could do it by giving.
You're too big to get much out of this now.
No, I can still.
Well,
use
I mean,
it's just 500 for 10 discipline.
yeah.
I think it's a great deal.
Currently, if my
Degrading
ruler
every
dies,
month,
there's going to
though.
be a succession war between Prussia and France.
Oh, that would be interesting.
My ruler is like 48 or
I didn't
something.
want to waste admin power.
Yeah,
I have
it's
so
gonna
much
be
to
great.
core.
That's interesting.
Prussia and France get to fight over this.
No. Okay, we are killing some electors next section.
Yeah, I think you've been disowning too many heirs.
Wow, that is a
That's
low
just not good
legitimacy. Is
enough.
that 38?
Well, I just became
Wow.
a monarchy. I used to be a presidential dictatorship.
Those are the days.
Those were
Why
days.
did you go away from Republic?
Because I didn't really like it.
Nah.
It was shit.
Shouldn't give people a vote.
There wasn't a 5
People never
discipline
vote for anything
modifier.
good.
Well, they voted for me for a long time. HRE.
like I said.
There, speaking of some comments of like bad diplomacy and comments like that, there was someone I wanted to sign a defensive alliance with, and they signed it with me, but it was like, yeah, does this protect against Nation X? And I get the comment, when Nation X and I attack, I will break my alliance first with you.
I mean, I can't defend you against Prussia.
I have not attacked England.
No,
Well, of course you can. You were the one doing most of the lifting in the war.
Well, it doesn't really matter, but
Well,
I don't want to defend him
Prussia
against
doesn't have
Prussia.
any allies. If you decide
No,
to kill
no.
him, nobody's gonna help him.
I mean,
It's-
there can be a conditional defensive
You
alliance.
don't matter.
yes, all his
I
vassals.
have 100 force limit now, though.
Wait,
And pretty good general.
Spain is a great.
am I 7th place and I'm allied to 6th and they're talking about getting up the whole world?
It's just
Okay,
a
Ming is gonna
penalty.
win
Ming,
this
yeah.
session, this campaign.
Yeah.
May
Who would have guessed?
Yeah, but
something not eligible for
Malwa
trophies.
might actually. How's the scoring race? I think Malwa will end up top 8.
Malwa
He was
can
there
make
for a
top
while.
8.
Well,
How is actually the score looking? I'm very far down. That's all I know.
Here we go. So we got Ming number 1, then Great Britain number 2. Without victory cards, Great Britain is number 2.
Yeah, but if I lose, if people take one of the two, I'm gonna be like behind the Ottomans if I lose.
Okay, so Ming wins and France second.
Yeah, probably. Unless.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
And
It's all about
Yeah,
who
but
gets
wow,
dismantled.
Malwa's in number 5 right now because they've been just chewing up all their victory cards.
Yeah.
Who is?
There's plenty that got victory cards in Malwa.
So what? Did the Mughals end up getting victory cards on them?
Probably.
No, they got it on. Oh man, it's gonna
Yeah,
be a
who's
bloodbath.
DLC.
Gonna be a
And
bloodbath.
Masai, probably.
And Ming only has it on, Pasai.
But
So Malwa, I think, are free of
check
hostilities.
Ethiopia. Then. No.
No. Ethiopia asked Mughals to jump, and Mughals said how high. So they got that one.
Okay, I think Malwa will be Ming and Malwa,
Yeah,
and
but
either France or Prussia or
If
Commonwealth.
Malwa gets their 4,000 victory card and they get it without too much trouble, they could well be contender for a trophy. And who's going to stop them? Well, Ming could.
Yeah, but I think Ming is not going to stop someone else getting a third when they are coasting
secured
to
one.
the first
Yeah.
one.
Could
And
be.
we're looking like 2 sessions ago, Ming was about to be like destroyed, and people like scattering to help them out.
Well, Ming is
I mean,
Ming.
nobody actually helped them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they weren't about to be destroyed. They were about to lose a few
Alliance with
provinces. That is
Portugal.
not the same as destroyed.
I don't know. I
Taking
remember
someone's
Mughals.
capital
I remember
is
Mughals.
killing them.
I remember Mughals going, "Oh, I'm just going to eat China now, no problem."
Could still happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nah, the Ottoman capital looks fine. Oh jeez, that's a bad spot for a capital.
Is
think
that
You should move it to the real.
I don't even
the
think
real
there's a single
No,
fort.
they've already taken it to Ankara, so there's
Oh
no...
right,
your capital?
No,
Where's
it-
the Ottoman capital?
Yeah,
right
there.
here.
Why don't you move it to Cyprus?
Oh,
They'll never see it coming.
Well,
That's like-
that is actually pretty decent.
Because like they can't touch Cyprus because
I have a bigger navy than them.
yeah.
well,
unless
But
you
because my
take-
plan was, after I got Spain out of the war, I moved my entire war fleet to Cape Verdes because I knew they couldn't get 100% on me while I had Cape Verdes.
Because Cyprus is like same continent, it's far better protected. Because the capital is a lot of extra war score. And
Yeah, it was really
And you
easy
don't
for you
get
guys to take the capital. I don't think it was fortified either.
Even the rebels. to be
No, it
honest.
wasn't.
Yeah,
and put it this way, I think the probability of either me or Portugal jumping Ottomans now is zilch, nada.
Yeah,
well, after
pretty
Portugal
much.
invested that much into
Yeah,
it,
and it's not like I'm threatening you in
I
score
don't know. Maybe,
anymore.
maybe they'll want returns on that money.
I heard Portugal only gives loans.
Well, loans can be repaid in very many ways.
I have a pretty good deal. You can stop your subsidies to me. I remove my pirates. I get the 2 provinces in North America,
Okay.
and you can subsidize the Ottomans instead.
If that's fine by you.
Okay. See, Portugal's always wheeling and dealing.
I just want like nobody
That's
else.
why
in
they're
North America.
filthy rich.
Makes sense.
The Green Eagle will never fall. It might trip from time to time, but it will never fall.
You're
so close,
saying
though.
that.
Yeah, I had 3 electors, and these guys ruined the only thing I've been going for the entire game. hold this grudge throughout every single game.
It was actually Johan. It was him alone that said we just want to cancel vessels.
Yeah, but you guys made it possible. Do you think I care? This is on you guys. I will hold this grudge forever.
All right.
It was Marco that wanted to start that war.
I know.
I just wanted you out of the running scores.
I will hold this over their head for every single campaign, and I will never trust them in any single campaign ever again.
The camera is dead, and I think that's telling us that it's time to head out and discuss this like gentlemen over a stick.
Yes.
All right. Well, we might have gone terra incognita here, but Oh, whoa, no, we're back. We are back. All right. Well, cheers everyone for joining, and we will see you again next week. So just from us from now, cheers. See you later.